How will all of this impact Chris Christie's chances if he decides to run for president? He's one of the GOP's biggest stars who grabbed the national spotlight not only with his blowout re-election win in a blue state, but with his incredibly unique style. Here's Jonathan Karl.
No problem with Delaware.
Chris Christie is the most intriguing and colorful person in politics today. A hard-charging Republican who loves Bruce Springsteen and picks fights with teachers' unions. He's known for telling it like it is.
Get the hell off the beach in Asbury Park and get out.
And occasionally telling off a constituent.
Your rear end's going to get thrown in jail, idiot.
And reporters.
Did I say on topic? Are you stupid?
The Christie temper has become a trademark, something he jokes about.
Stop saying things I've already said.
All right, okay.
The tough talk made him so popular among some Republicans that when he went to the Reagan Library a couple years ago, they practically begged him to run for president.
I really implore you, as a citizen of this country, to please, sir, to reconsider. Go home and really think about it.
He was the keynote speaker at the Republican convention, and yet he's also Barack Obama's favorite Republican. Who could forget when they played carnival games together on the Jersey Shore boardwalk? Christie was first asked about the George Washington Bridge allegations last month. His bombast was on full display.
But I actually was the guy working the cones out there. You really are not serious with that question.
When the facts came out, a different Christie, one we hadn't seen before.
I am sad to report to the people of New Jersey that we fell short.
Contrite for the most part, apologetic, avoiding the kind of indignant denial that has backfired in scandals ranging from Bill Clinton's.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
To Lance Armstrong.
I have never doped. That's crazy. I would never do that.
And Anthony Weiner.
This is a Twitter hoax, a prank that was done. I'm the victim of it.
And where others ran away from the cameras and avoided questions, Christie answered and answered for nearly 2 hours.
And John joins us now, and also here to talk about how Governor Christie performed in that press conference and what he should do now. The superstar crisis manager who was the inspiration for the Olivia Pope character on the hit show Scandal, Judy Smith. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Judy, I want to ask you first. The one word I've heard in the last couple of days that wasn't the first day is the word cover-up. No, nothing to show that Chris Christie did that, but lots of talk about staff and others doing that. How does he get beyond that?
Yeah, I think he did a good first step. I think the press conference, he did a great job. He set the message narrative at the top. He apologized. He took responsibility. He made some swift actions. And I like the fact that he was able to make sure that he apologized to the mayor, and he did all of those things in one day. I think now what he does is he focuses on governing. He was very strong in pointing out during the press conference, I think, that this is not the way that he governs. This is an isolated incident. So constituents, please judge me on the totality of the circumstances. Yeah.
John Karl, you're watching this. You've covered a lot of scandals, and some of them haven't gone so well, as you know, in the end. So you look at this, you listen to what Judy says. What's your take?
Well, first of all, I mean, we've certainly had scandals that are more salacious. We've had scandals where people have used state power to enrich themselves, to reward their friends, enrich their friends. This is the first time I've seen, I've personally covered a scandal where there has been the use of state power to intentionally make people miserable, to make constituents.
Which is what I was trying to get at with Mayor Giuliani.
And you know, it all comes down to the underlying facts, right? Certainly, he did this was a pretty masterful performance at this press conference. But if there is anything that ties Christie to this decision or shows that he knew about this earlier, you heard it from Rudy Giuliani himself saying that Christie's done if he knew about this.
I want to go to the who he is and the man he is and the bully image. Let's play something from that press conference, and then we'll get your reaction to it, Judy.
All right.
Your critics say this reveals that you are a political bully, that your style is payback. Are you?
I am who I am, but I am not a bully.
Not a bully. Now, you can call it aggressive, you can call it assertive. People clearly have liked that in the past. But is it an asset, and does it now become a liability?
I think it's an asset, and the reason why I say, first of all, in that particular clip there, I would have not used the word bully. It was repeating the negative, and it felt too on the nose for me. I do think that his reputation is based on that straight shooter, speak what I'm thinking, tell it what I feel, and those things have helped him. I think in particular in crisis situations where you are trying to bounce back, and as we talked about earlier, moving beyond the crisis, the thing that really helps is whether you have goodwill and a reputation. And I think with him, those two things are going to be helpful to him in trying to push past that, because he does have a reputation of integrity and honesty.
But you never repeat the negative.
No,
I am
you
not
don't.
A crook.
Right,
I am
right.
not a witch.
That's exactly right. I didn't kill my wife. I didn't beat my wife. And, you know, the next day, you saw a lot of the headlines say, I am not, I am not
was over
Billy.
and over again.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So both of you quickly, where will this be in 6 months, and how would you say he should handle this in 6 months? Does he stop answering questions in 6 months and hope this goes away?
I think that he should stop answering questions. We have to see what the investigation reveals, and he just has to move past it. You know, as long as there's nothing that contradicts what he said in the press conference, and hopefully there's no...
Does it end in 6 months, John?
The underlying facts are more important than how he handles the communication strategy. Did he know? The big question I have, what about Bridget Ann Kelly, the staffer that he has thrown under the bus, called an idiot, stupid? She's going to have her time to talk.
Yeah.
What is she going to say?
Yeah.
She'll ask your advice.
Quickly, she might. The one thing I will say, and we're talking about this, the thing that is so different about this scandal is it's traffic. What people don't think about their commute every single day. It's different in, I had sex with another woman. I mean, we care about how long it takes us to get to the to work.
So Bridget Kelly, should she talk? Should she not talk if she was your client?
She's going to have to talk at some point.
And Chris Christie is not your client.
He's not.
As He's not. Thanks to you both.